These are dangerous trees, these.
You have to risk life and limb if you want to catch the world's largest geckos. I'm Mark O'Shea, a zoologist specialising in reptiles. Something's killed that bird of prey.
Bloody hell, sea crate!
I'm absolutely sure there are geckos up here.
Join me in New Caledonia as I go in search of a devil in the trees. New Caledonia is a group of islands in the South Pacific, a 950-mile voyage from Australia. I'm on the trail of some unique lizards, the giant geckos.
This is what most people think of when you say gecko. This is a common house gecko. They're found very widely throughout the tropics. It weighs no more than 3 grams. But here in New Caledonia are some very different geckos indeed. The world's largest living geckos are found here.
Unlike other lizards, most geckos have no eyelids, but they have long fleshy tongues that keep their eyes clean. Geckos can be found on every continent, but the 6 species of giant geckos are unique to New Caledonia. The largest species, called Leech's giant gecko, is the only gecko in the world that growls. I want to hear that growl.
Does that depend how tight you hold them around the throat?
Joining me is the world authority on giant geckos, expert impressionist Aaron Bauer.
Here you've got a very large gecko, and it makes a noise to go with its size.
New Caledonia can't get protected species status for its giant geckos because not enough is known about their biology and population density. What is known is that they live high in the trees, and they're mainly active after dark. In fact, they're so elusive and mysterious, some local people think they're devils. My quest begins on a small uninhabited island where no scientist has been before. A new species of giant gecko may be evolving here. If so, it will be vulnerable and will need special protection. Just in case, I'm keeping the name of the island secret. I don't want to attract illegal reptile exporters. It's been separated from the mainland for only 12,000 years. Perhaps just long enough for a new species to evolve. Okay, let's get to it.
All right.
Chasing geckos will be a risky business at night, so Aaron and I thought we might try our luck during the day.
Might be lying along the top or the side of a branch. Deftly done.
Thank you, monsieur. Whoa, it's all a bit rotten. These trees are a little fragile. Put your weight on them. That happened. No geckos, but there's plenty of trees that have got potential for this evening. Plenty of holes where there may be geckos and they may come out onto the trunks, but as you can see, climbing these trees is dangerous enough in the daytime. It's going to be much more dangerous tonight. Brittle branches and darkness are not a good mix, but on this island there are dangers at ground level as well.
Bloody hell, sea crate!
Oh, there you go.
Hey! Sometimes called banded sea snake, but in actual fact they are not true sea snakes, although they do have the flattened paddle-like tail. Sea krites lay eggs, and that's what they come onto land to do. They are very highly venomous, but bites are very, very rare. They are very, very docile. You have to do an awful lot to annoy a sea krite. Still, it's worth handling with care. Sechrite venom could cause paralysis within an hour.
Well, I'm going to back that up for now, because we're actually supposed to be looking for geckos.
Our next find is a bit of a mystery.
Ah, a dead bird. It's a bird of prey. They don't just go dropping dead, do they?
Usually not.
I mean, one possibility, some birds of prey eat secrites.
True.
They very rarely get bitten, but if they were bitten, it'd kill them. There's a case in literature of a red kite in Florida taking up a coral snake and being bitten, and they both died. The kite from the snake bite and the coral snake from the fall. It's like going up in a helicopter and shooting the pilot. Bad move. But something's killed that bird of prey.
Sechrite venom is highly toxic. Paralysis of the lungs in this remote location could be fatal. I'd better watch my step.
Come here. Come here. This is Sechrite Island. There's another one.
So I've survived the sechrite epidemic. Back to the challenge of ascending the island's trees to look for geckos, this time at night. After dark, giant geckos come out to look for food, and they're not the only ones. Aaron and I have found some tasty looking grub.
Coming up. Here he comes. It's a beetle larvae, isn't it, probably?
Yeah.
God, look at the jaws on that thing. There he comes. This is a big one, this one. Look at that. Oh, don't you love it? Look at that. Ha-ha!
Now,
Chow time. If you wonder what we live on when we're on these islands, we eat these.
After dinner, it's search time. We're looking for eye shine, where torchlight reflects off the gecko's retina. Like when you get red eye in flash photographs.
Most geckos have red eye shine, and most other things in the forest at night don't. They'll have other types of eye shine if they have shine at all.
It's a useful trick, especially for finding giant geckos. With no eyelids, they can never blink.
I haven't seen anything up here that resembles one yet, but they are rather well camouflaged.
It's not surprising that people on the mainland think giant geckos are devils. All you can see at night are their red eyes, and all you can hear is their growl. But not this time.
I think it's down, Aaron. I'm going to come back down.
All right.
there's one. Right there.
Whereabouts? He's gone around the tree, is it?
Yes, just gone up.
Right, let's try and pin him where he
Hey,
is.
there he is. Right here. See him? Center of my light.
Yes. I'll get up there, because if he gets up in that vegetation, we might be in trouble.
It's a live-bearing one.
I see it.
Catching this specimen might prove giant geckos have evolved differently here. Vital information if they're to get protected status.
I'm on a dead branch. Just you keep an eye on the gecko.
This is the rough-snouted giant gecko, or the live-bearing giant gecko. It's the only gecko in New Caledonia that gives birth to live young, gives birth to twins after quite a long gestation period.
I should think it's gone up now, though, just because I've spooked it. Oh, no, here he is.
You see him?
I've got him.
You got him? Great.
I've got him.
Your first giant gecko.
Yeah, man.
All right.
There it is. Right, I'm going to put him in one of these sacks. Well done. Well spotted, Aaron.
We'll need to compare this gecko with any we find later on the mainland.
Good one.
This island gecko may be different enough to be classified as a separate species.
This particular species is, in fact, probably the best climber among the giant geckos.
Right, well, I didn't do too bad then. I
Not
caught
bad
it
at
up in
all.
a tree.
Not bad at all.
Oh, well, that increases my chances of beating the other ones to
That's
the
right.
draw.
Right, Leech's giant gecko is a little bit slower than this, so...
Oh, right. Well, let's hope I'm not by that time.
The first gecko caught on this island for scientific study. We can find out if features like the shape of the head have evolved differently here compared to geckos on the mainland.
It's a cute little thing. He can get his tongue into places you only dream of.
If this is a new species unique to this island, then it's vulnerable. Just the sort of information the New Caledonian authorities need in their fight to get international protection for their giant geckos. The trouble is, they're proving very hard to find. Sea crites, on the other hand, are everywhere. I'd like to do a quick count, but it's easier said than done.
There's one here. Well, can I have the blue box? Can I have the blue box? Take everything out of the blue box.
I don't want them to get agitated enough to bite.
Quick, quick, quick. I've lost him, haven't I?
It's like being Medusa's hairdresser.
Quick. Go and get it. We may have lost one or two, but we're gonna...
Now I've done the count, I want to release these sea crites back into the sea. Sea crites are adapted for moving on land,
Somebody going of their own accord.
but they're much more at home in the sea.
Look at that. Off he goes. All right, here we go. Liberation time.
2 species of sea crite, 75 snakes in all. I've never caught so many in such a short time. Snakefest or what?
You'll never find him. I was standing right here and suddenly he sucked out of his shoes, eaten by sea crates.
Sucked out of my shoes 1 minute, blown by a gale the next. The sea is really rough on this crossing. We're heading for another island that's never been explored by scientists. Perhaps there we can catch Leech's giant gecko, and hopefully for the first time in my life I'll hear a giant gecko growl. This island separated from the New Caledonian mainland just 12,000 years ago. It's heavily forested, and that means another precarious search in total darkness for a rare species of giant gecko.
Now, this is a promising looking tree.
Be careful there because that tree that you're reaching over to
Is dead.
is pretty much dead.
There's probably one up here just bloody looking at me. Laughing. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
The growl of Leech's giant gecko is a warning that it uses when it feels threatened. This unique sound has never been recorded in the wild.
Gecko. Gone round and up. He's on this tree here. Very speckled in colour.
There he is, right here. It's moving up.
I got him! Oh, he growls as well! Oh, my knee! Oh, broke my leg. But I got the gecko.
Great job.
Oh, dear. Take him off me so I rub my knee. Thanks for the leg up.
No problem.
Oh, jeez.
Yep, here it is, Leech's giant gecko. They really are very floppy.
A bit like me at the moment. I'm not sure I fully work.
That was the growl, and we may also have found a reason for one of the local giant gecko myths.
Oh, man.
There's the typical folds of skin
Yeah.
all over the body.
You know, I bet they could glide with that.
When you talk to locals, you do hear stories about geckos that fly. And I'm sure at least part of it is
Cyclozooms have got big flaps like that.
right. I
Flying
mean,
geckos.
they look at this, and here, if we lift the arm a little bit, you can
Yes.
see how floppy that really is and how much webbing there is between the toes. That is the beast.
That's the one. We've
Yeah.
got a leech's giant gecko. How about that? And it meant Aaron throwing me into the tree to catch it. That's got to be one of the most unusual captures ever. He just flung me up into the air and I grabbed it before I came back down again. I think that was good teamwork, that was.
Yes. No, they're awfully hard to get by yourself sometimes.
Now we've found 2 island giant geckos, we're ready to compare them with specimens from the mainland. For our island catches to be new species, there must be significant differences. The trees are twice as high on the mainland, so I'm testing my rather specialised climbing system.
This is in excess of 150 pound pull. This can easily put a line over a branch 100 foot off the ground.
Captain James Cook was the first European to land on New Caledonia, and because of its landscape, he gave it the Romans name for Scotland. I'm following in the footsteps of one of the world's greatest navigators.
Whoa, well, other side, other side.
Although deforestation is one of the main threats to the giant gecko, the timber industry has carved out access roads deep into the forest. But these trees are tall and dangerous.
A lot of these trees have dead branches, and there is a significant risk. And in the not too distant past, there was a herpetologist who was actually killed falling from one of the trees while collecting giant geckos. So it's something that we certainly need to be aware of.
Yeah, I don't like heights, but when I'm at heights, I prefer to stay there rather than coming down in an uncontrolled and very rapid manner.
It's just as well I've come prepared. We think we may have seen something in the treetops 100 feet off the ground. I'll fire a fishing line up and use it to haul a rope over. Well, that's the plan. It usually works.
Broke the line. Now, where did that snap? No. Up and over. But the trouble is, came down the wrong side of the tree. It's going up. That's it. Gotcha. Here it comes. It's never taken so long and been so exhausting. Right.
Think this looks scary? It is.
I could have asked for a less windy day. I've got to get you up here, Aaron.
I don't think so.
All this for pesky gecko.
The highest I have to go is on tiptoe to reach the highest jars on the shelf.
You mind you don't drop one on your head?
You mind you don't drop on your head?
Thanks. As soon as I get up here, force 10 gale blows up, you notice. He's spinning me, so I'm looking in the wrong direction. I can't see him with the binoculars on the branches now. But now we've got this rope up, it might be possible to actually torch from up here tonight. I think it's probably easier at night, because when it's dark, you can't see how high up you are and how far you got to fall.
When night falls, it's much harder than I'd hoped to find a giant gecko. They're well hidden, and at this height, I've got to be very, very careful.
I'm absolutely sure there are geckos up here, but I can't see them.
female giant geckos stay high in the trees, but there might be some males foraging lower down.
I think we might have to scratch this one and just go and look for one in a lower tree. Well, you win some, you lose some, don't you?
The lower trees don't require ropes, but you still need to be careful. It's not only failed searches that brings tears to your eyes.
It's a long way down. I'm actually at least 20 foot off the deck here. Well, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Sometimes it really does feel like you're looking for a needle in a haystack to find these.
Sure enough. Only needles aren't the same colour as straw in a haystack. We haven't seen a single giant gecko. We haven't, in fact, seen a single reptile. But we live in hope.
There's one. See him?
I'm going to have to get up this bank first and then
It's moved onto the taller tree and it's going up.
Shit!
The gecko's getting away, and it looks like a pretty precarious climb.
Excellent eye shine.
Keep it in sight.
When I first saw him, he was looking
Onto which tree?
right at me.
Bloody hell, I can't even see it yet.
Oh, he's way up now. I've got him. I see him.
I see him! He's going crossing. I'm going to shake him off.
All right. Oh, almost had him. He was hanging on just by 2 feet.
I can't hold on forever.
All right.
I can't hold on forever.
I'm coming.
He's there. Oh,
Okay, where is he?
there. Oh, can I just reach him?
You got him. You got him.
Ow!
Great.
He bit me.
All right, now let's see if we can get you down in one piece.
Wait on. I'm going to bag him.
At last, a mainland giant gecko to compare with one I caught on the island.
Aaron,
Okay. Yep, got him. There you go. You only feed for...
thanks. I've got a giant gecko.
A great snag.
I think it's a rough snag. I honestly couldn't tell. Oh, dear. Oh, God.
It's a rough snout. Easily twice the size of the one from the island.
Yes.
So island rough-snouted giant geckos are much smaller, but are they sufficiently different to be recognised as a separate species?
Absolutely. Bushwhacked.
The little devils have been held to catch. This mainland rough snout has a different shaped head to the island form and smaller eyes. Aaron's DNA analysis suggests the island gecko may indeed be a separate species. Our research will be passed on to the authorities. A vulnerable new island giant gecko will be a strong candidate for official protection.
Now, where did that snap? Not my night, is it, eh?